All right, guys, so now that we can see our post feed, we can go to a single post, we can add a comment. We want these comments to be able to display down here. So we're going to create two more components in the post folder inside the components folder. So one will be comment feed.js, and then one will be comment item.js. And this is going to work very similar to the post feed and post item. The feed is just going to take care of mapping through the comments, and then the item will be the display of each one. All right, so let's go to the comment feed first, and let's create a class-based component. Okay, we're not going to need connect or anything here. We do need prop types because we will have one property. Okay, so down here, let's add comment feed dot prop types, and we're just going to have comments. And comments is going to be an array that is required. All right, and then in our render, let's go above the return and let's just use some destructuring to take out comments. And we're also going to want post ID, and we're going to get that from this dot props. All right, and I actually forgot to add post ID down here. String. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and in our return, all we're going to do is we can actually get rid of this, and we can return comments dot map. For each one, we'll say comment. And then we're going to render the comment item, and we're going to pass in a couple things, a key, which will be the comment dot underscore ID. Each comment has its own ID. We also want to pass in the comment itself, and we also want to pass in the post ID. Okay, then we'll end that, and that should be good. So we'll save. We're going to need to bring in the comment item component, of course. So say comment item from dot slash comment item. All right, and that's it for the comment feed. Now let's go to the comment item component, and let's go ahead and create a class component called comment item. Now we are going to need connect. And we're going to need prop types. Okay, and then we're going to have an action for delete comment. So let's say import delete comment, and that's going to be from dot dot slash actions slash post actions. All right, and then down here, let's be sure to export connect. Okay, and we're gonna pass in here map state to props, and pass in our action of delete comment. Okay, so our map state to props, all we want to get is the auth. So let's say const map state to props, arrow function, and let's say auth. We want to get that from the state.auth. And let's just add our prop types real quick. So comment item equals, or not equals, prop types equals, and we have our delete comment. We also have, let's see, comment, which is being passed in. Okay, comment is going to be an object. We also have the post ID, which is a string. And we have the auth, which is an object. All right. So now let's go to our render and let's pull out some stuff from our properties. So we're going to say const, and let's take out comment, which is passed in manually along with post ID, and then we also have auth from Redux, and it's going to be from this dot props. Okay. So in our render, let's see. Let's actually go to our dev connector theme and go to the single post HTML and open that up. And then we're going to go down to post item. So this div here. Actually, no, not that. That's the top. Then we have the form. Then we have the comment feed with the comment item. So we want to grab this div and copy that. Yeah, so that should do it. So we'll grab that. We'll go and paste that in here. We're going to change all the classes to class names. And let's see, let's make this dynamic so that the avatar, we're going to change that to, let's say, auth. No, not auth, it's in the comment. So comment.avatar. And then here we'll have the name, comment.name. Then we have the text, comment.text. And then under the text, we want to show a delete button if it's the user. So what I'm going to do is go to the post item under posts, where we had that same kind of logic for the delete, which is right here. So I'm going to copy this, okay, from post.user to this, for this null, okay, not this null, this one. And let's paste that in right under the paragraph here. And except we're not going to use post.user, we're going to use comment.user equal to auth user ID, and then we'll have our button. We'll call it on delete click. That's fine. We're going to pass in this post ID, but not like this. It's post ID. And then also we want the comment ID, so we can get that with comment._ID. All right, and then let's see, that's fine. The rest should be fine. So yeah, let's save that. And now what we'll do is go to our main post.js and bring in the comment feed. So import comment feed from /comment feed. All right, and then we want to go down here and we want to put the comment feed right under the comment form. And we want to pass in the post ID, which we can get from post._ID, and then we want to pass in the comments, which we can get from post.comments. All right, so we're linking the comment feed here, and then inside the comment feed, we're looping through the comments that are passed in and outputting the comment item. All right, now we're going to get some kind of error because the delete comment action does not exist yet. So we have to create that because the comment item is looking at it right here. And we haven't called it yet either. We haven't created our on delete click. But let's just create the action. So we'll go to post actions and we'll go right under the add comment. In fact, I'll just copy this. And let's say delete comment. Delete comment. So this is actually going to take in post ID, and then it's going to take in the comment ID because it needs to know which post and which comment to delete. And then we're going to do an Axios.delete request to API/post/comment/post ID/ and then the comment ID. Okay, remember we created that in our back end. And it's not going to take in any data. We'll get rid of that. And then if everything goes okay, then we want to dispatch get posts. It'll give us back the post with the deleted comment, and then if not, we'll get errors. Okay, so that should be good. We'll save that. Let's go back to our comment item, and let's create this right here, this on delete click. So we're going to go above the render and say on delete click. All right, now this is going to take in two things. It's going to take in the post ID, so it knows the post, and the comment ID. And then we're going to call this .props.delete comment, which also takes in the post ID and the comment ID, and save. All right, let's go back to our application, and there we go. My favorite language is JavaScript. Let's put in a test comment here, and let's try to delete it. And there we go. Awesome. So this is fully functional now. We have a post feed. We can like and dislike. We can't like more than once. Okay, I can dislike that if I want, and the color changes as well. We can delete a post. We can create a post. We can go to the single post page. We can add a comment. I'll say, well, I'm actually logged in as John Doe. That it doesn't really make any sense to respond, but let's go. We'll go right here. So I'll like this post. I'll go to the page. My favorite framework, whoops, is Ember. Huh, just kidding. It's React. Submit, and there we go. All right, cool. Now if we try to submit nothing, we get text field required. And one thing that I just want to fix really quick is if I were to put something in here and submit again, well, actually we get that error, which is good. That's what we want. It should be at least 10 characters, but let's put something in here and submit. You can see the error is still there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create, let's see, we're going to go back to our post actions JS, and we're going to have a clear errors. All right, we're going to have a clear errors action. It's going to be just like this, something very simple. It's just going to dispatch the type. So let's say clear errors, and we'll say clear errors. Change this to clear errors, which I don't have in my types file yet. So let's go to actions types, and let's add that in. We'll actually put it up here. And you can use this in any any resource you want, profile, whatever, if you want to be able to clear the errors. So we'll add that. We have to bring it in up here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is we want to go to where we add the comment, which is right here, add comment, and before we do anything, we're going to just dispatch, oops, we're going to dispatch clear errors. Okay, and we want to do this when we add a post as well. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to go up to add post, and just put that in there as well. All right, now we don't have a case for clear errors in our reducer. Now clear errors is actually not going to go through the post reducer. I want this to go through the the errors reducer, so that we can use this anywhere. And that's just where it should be. That's where get errors is. So let's put clear errors there as well. So we'll go to reducers, error reducer, and we're going to bring in clear errors, and we're going to add a case called clear errors. And all we want to do here is simply return an empty object, because that's the entire state, is the object, and all the errors go in that object. So to clear it, we just want to return an empty object. It's as simple as that. So now if we go back, and I'm just gonna delete this, and let's add something. Let's create an error, and then let's add something, and now if I submit, that error goes away, and you can see it called clear errors. So anytime that happens where the error is still there, just go ahead and dispatch clear errors before you make your request. Okay. So I think we are done, guys. Now, like I said in the very beginning, this is an application that was put together by just me, nobody else. It wasn't something that, I got to work on for months or anything like that. So you may run into little bugs here and there. If you do, feel free to post them in the Q&A. Better yet, though, if you find a solution, please post that in the Q&A, just to help people out. You have to understand that, when the applications that are deployed on the internet, Facebook, or even applications that are much smaller than that, they have teams of people working on them for months. Okay, so there's a lot more debugging, there's a lot more work that goes into it. Not to say that I didn't put a lot of work into this course, but I'm only one guy, so you might run into some small issues. Just work together to clear those up, and I'll check it out, and then I can add maybe notes, or I can update the course or add to it or something like that as well. All right, but in the next section, we're going to deploy this application to Heroku. All right, so I will see you then.